Before we begin, thank you very much to Zeph the Hero for pitching in over on Ko-fi. Thank you very much for the donation. Very appreciated. You have helped continue this channel. You have kept me making a few more videos every single day for you. Thank you very much. And I thank everyone who does use the Ko-fi to just leave me a tip if you like what I do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, it is video number 1801. Because yesterday was a sponsor video, I didn't get the chance to do the whole big, it's 1800 videos. We hit another milestone. I didn't get the chance to do that. So there it is, close as I'm going to get for now. But it is a Monday. It is a news roundup day. We need to talk about everything that happened in the world of Transformers that you might have missed out on. But truthfully, this is a really weird week. I don't have major toy reveals, no major stories. Like, it seems like we're still kind of burned out from the SDCC reveals. So frankly, we don't have a whole lot going on this week. So you'll excuse me if I indulge in some of the weirder ones. So the biggest and most important story is that we actually have some news from Hasbro about the botched retail release of the More Than Meets the Eye Collection Wave 2. That would be your Insecticons, Starscream, and Prowls. So this comes from an actual Hasbro marketing personnel. This is Nate. We've seen Nate in the Transformer videos. So rewrote this post about 10 times trying to get the words just right. Bottom line, we're fully aware of your frustrations about the Starscream, Prowl, and Insecticons rollout, and we're actively working to fix it. I get you all have a lot of questions and just can't answer at the moment, but this is a top priority for our team right now. The goal was and still is to get this figure and all of our figures into everyone's collection who wants it. We're still working to make that happen. So they are fully aware that, yeah, like the huge cancellations of all the online orders and the scarcity at retail, they're fully aware of it, and they are doing what they can to correct it. There is caveat to this. So usually exclusives that we've learned in the last few years have actual contracts with the stores, re-releasing those to any other venue, like sneaking Starscream as is into like a future wave of something as a normal retail release, is literally going to be years away. So we know that that is not going to be possible for a while. More than likely, more allocation will be allowed to be sold at Hasbro Pulse's website, or they're just going to do another run of these and let Target overload their shelves. So admittedly, I bop around my local shops quite a lot these days, so I've actually had luck finding Starscreams. I've had luck finding Insecticons. For whatever reason, I've not seen a Prowl yet. That's one that seems to have escaped all forms of release so far. But my advice to you is, if you want to go hunting at your local Targets, find the barcode online. There's usually scans or pictures of the boxes, and people will show them. They will scan on your smartphone, like the little like price readers that you see in the aisles, and it'll tell you if there's one in the back. So that's about as much as I can give you as far as tips on finding your own Starscreams or Insecticons right now. Oh boy, this whole thing has been a mess, but it is good to know that Hasbro is aware of it and they are going to be addressing it. So that is good news at least. Let's talk about a couple listings that popped up. So number one is we have a listing for a Speed Racer collab. So I have to imagine that the only thing that's going to be is a transforming Mach 5, which is a really cool idea. I mean, it's a classic vehicle, right? I mean, it's a very old school anime at this point. Like, it's your dad's anime when he didn't realize what anime was. But it is an iconic vehicle, and it is one that Transformers has not touched yet. So it is really cool to see. I've already seen people speculating that this could be some kind of retool of Override. I get Overload and Override crossed all the time. But yeah, like, because we had that Velocitron mold that never got reused for anything, I could see it. I could see that being like the basis for the mold. But then again, that's based on how they used to do the collabs. These days, all the collabs seem to be completely new figures, so I don't think that's the case. If anything, I feel like this might be one of those collabs that feels like a backdoor pre-tool for something else. The same way we got the Naruto figure that felt like a pre-tool slapper. This one feels like it might be a pre-tool like animated Blur. I could absolutely see that being a thing. But no, it's an iconic one. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. My boss down at the toy shop really likes Speed Racer, so this will actually be a really cool little this will be a cool little connection point for the two of us. Okay, so there's that listing, and then there's this listing, which is arguably weirder because we're getting a deluxe Machine Wars Megatron in 2027. Okay, I'm just like, we've talked about Machine Wars here on the channel. I know that there are people in the Transformer design team that really like Machine Wars and have been really pushing to get actual Machine Wars on the shelf again. I've always found Machine Wars kind of boring because it is a very slapped together toy line, and I think a lot of the decos were very uninspired. I think this is one of the weaker Megatrons. So I'm not terribly like excited for this. I'm more excited because that mold, like that G2 jet mold, is actually the basis for a lot of things I wouldn't mind seeing again. You know, if they do RID, was it RID wind shear out of that mold, I would be down for that in an instant. I would absolutely love that. That is a good starting mold for a lot of different characters and toys that they can be doing later on. So this is one of those releases where, like, the initial release, I'm like, eh. I'm far more excited for what you could do with that mold otherwise, because there's a lot of really cool options. Still, I'm fascinated by the idea of, like, trying to work more Machine Wars in, because there's really not a whole lot of characters there in the first place, much less ones that would probably work at retail level these days. I guess we wait and see. I guess if you're only, if you're only gonna do, I want to point out, because it's worth pointing out, and people will point it out every time this toy comes up, we're probably getting a brand new mold to make this toy happen. Meanwhile, like the Generations Prime Dreadwing that is molded to intentionally be redone into Machine Wars Starscream still hasn't happened. Just pointing it out. All right, let's move on to a really weird re-release. So out of nowhere, Hasbro's decided we're re-releasing the Throne of the Primes set, which includes Power of the Primes, Optimal Optimus, in his original Season 1 colors. Remember, this is the crazy one that had the giant cardboard throne and all the additional Prime Masters. Now, and a crown, because apparently Optimus Primal needed a crown in this iteration. So, this has always been a strange release, but also one that I kind of really liked. Like, Optimal Optimus's issue is the fact that the colors are very weird and disjointed, but I think he looks really, really cool when you dumb him down to black and gray. I don't mind this look on him at all, outside of just, like, I think it's weird he would wear a crown. It really brings out the beast mode, too. Now, keep in mind, this is still the Power of the Prime's Optimal Optimus mold. This is still a really stupid toy. But it's fascinating that of all toys they decide to reissue, it's this one. It's not even like Optimal Optimus, which would have been like a really cool, like, Beast Wars anniversary thing. You know, maybe give people a chance to add Optimal into their, like, modern Beast Wars collection if you had sold it off or didn't have the opportunity to buy it. Hey, I sold mine off because at the time it didn't look like Hasbro was going to do an entire run of Beast Wars characters. So now I kind of wish I still had mine, even though it should be Commander class if you're going to do one for modern Beast Wars. Or Titan. You could even do, yeah, you could get away with Titan on him now, couldn't you? Ye big boy. Moving on. It's cool that there is an option to get this. It's $100, which is better than anything you're going to get. Keep in mind, this was a San Diego Comic-Con reissue. So getting one 8 years later, yeah, yeah, this is going to be so much cheaper than getting the original release. So, good opportunity for those who missed out. We have some comic book translations. So, the web manga for New Legends, and specifically the chapters that introduce Gigastorm and our new Beast Wars second Galvatron, are now online. This ties into the Dark Amber Lyo Convoy crew, so you get to see their storyline continue, which is always really cool. I do like that. I do like that ragtag group. I do like Black Lyo Convoy is actually Unicron, but he's actually kind of heroic now. It's a super weird twist that I kind of enjoy. But we do get additional lore for the different characters, like what all our new little mini characters for these toys are now called. And yeah, the boy debuting. So it's always cool to see these translated so we get some idea of this chaotic story, because it's always chaotic. All right, moving on. So, McFarlane Toys announced an Optimus Prime head bust. This is weird to me because like they did the small heads that last I saw went to clearance price. Whatever. But no, this is just like a big almost 2 foot tall G1 Optimus Prime head. Like you can see like the scaling here. This thing is massive. It's not 1-to-1 scale, but it's about as close as you're going to get without putting aside a corner of your house to space it. So yeah, if you just need a nice bust of Optimus Prime's head, I mean it looks fine. I will say I do think the faceplate is a little bit too low. I think it's showing too much of his cheek under the eye there. So it's not it could definitely be improved. So that's weird and unfortunate. I know there's something weird looking about it. But if you like the style and you like having that big Optimus Prime head around, that is actually, if I saw it correctly, available now. I'm pretty sure I saw this thing on Big Bad that just said in stock, ready to ship. So yeah, it's $200 by the way. Well, $200 Canadian, $140 US. I can't remember what it said, what was on Big Bad. Still, Prime head. eHobby is doing these things again. So yeah, so these are Chocon formers. These are 3D printed chibi style characters for Transformers that eHobby is releasing. I really, really hate seeing 3D printed stuff manufactured at a mass retail level and then just sold like it's a normal toy. No, I hate this. I absolutely hate this. I hate that you threw my boy Blitzwing into it. No, this feels like such a scam product, especially because it's eHobby. eHobby has done full-on manufacturing for Transformers in the past. They are capable of doing so again, but no. Now, I see more and more of these in the stores where it's just, hey, we 3D printed an octopus, buy it. No. You have to know someone who owns a 3D printer by now. Please, just buy it yourself. Like, just have them make it yourself. It'd be like $2 worth of plastic. This is not hard. Oh well. They're eHobby releases it's in the first place. So they're not the most attainable things. But, for those who are curious, they are available. We do have a little bit of unfortunate news out of Flame Toys. They have announced a cancellation of their 4i model Big Convoy kit. There is no explanation given as to why the kit was canceled, which is unfortunate because it's not a bad looking Big Convoy. Like, it does look pretty good, and it does fall in line with the other convoys that they have done so far. I'm probably going to bet it's just lack of interest. It's a relatively unknown character in the US. I see the leader class toy is piling up at stores right now, and I'm pretty sure that's destined for Ross at some point. So it might have been that. And I know that things like, I'm going to say their Lyo Convoy I have seen pretty easily. Like, I don't think there's a lot of demand for the Japanese Beast Wars leaders, unfortunately. I don't know, it's sad because it does mean that like they were going for a complete set of the Beast Wars convoys, and that is not going to happen now. there is always still a chance. So this is this is the 4i model version, the one you had to build yourself, you know, and they have other ways of releasing these molds, so potentially one day, but for now, yeah, this is canceled. So sorry for everyone who was looking forward to that one. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff out of Blokees because they revealed Wave 11 of their Galaxy version figures. These are the standard blind boxes they sell, and there's a heavy focus on IDW, which means I'm all in on this. The Magnus looks fantastic. Love the tall stacks on him. Looks very much ready to read me the rules of the ship verbatim. Drift looking really, really nice as well. Brainstorm and the briefcase. I love that he actually comes with the briefcase. That's such a good touch. You really couldn't do without him. The Bludgeon is fascinating. Bludgeon's not like a huge player in IDW, so like throwing him in is fascinating to me. It's not completely IDW based. We're getting Scourge in this set as well, which is another one where I just look and go, like, just release a full box of them. People will want droves of these. We got our Wind Charger now for your mini-bot collections. We have G1 Hound. I could have sworn he already had one, but I could be mistaken. And then a Fortress Maximus, which is a really cool addition. I really do like when they do these, like, mini versions of Titans and Giants. You know, like, I have, like, the little Metroplex, which I think is a really neat figure to have. Just because it's a small, cute version of a character who's normally gigantic. You know, in Trypticon, I have the Scorponok as well. So, yeah, yeah, there you go. There you go. I don't know, it's just nice to have those giant figures at, like, a sensible scale that you can keep on a desk, you know? There's what your Galvatron crew looks like once it's complete. There's a little bit more to this wave. So this one does not actually show off the star of the wave. If for whatever reason it skipped IDW Rodimus. Let me go real quick because I know there was a separate story. I skipped the story because I thought it was going to be part of this, but no, we do have pictures of Rodimus as well, who looks fantastic. Very, very IDW based. I love this design for Rodimus. And there you get to look at the packaging. We did get to see that one last week. So yeah, this has me excited. I do really, really, really like this set. And we know what the chase is. The chase is a metallic Rodimus that is in his dark color scheme. The one that is like the evil Hot Rod in any other toy line or fiction, but here it is him in his, basically his revenge mode when he is going after Getaway. Okay, this is cool though. I do like this. I love that he comes with the bow from animated Rodimus. That's such a weird inclusion, but that's actually kind of neat. It's kind of neat to throw in a little nod to another Rodimus in here. But yeah, good luck getting the chase figure. This one's probably going to be annoying to get a hold of because this is very... Typically, their chase figures are like metallic variations, and that's all well and good. It's all well and good. I actually, like actually Rodimus Prime. Metallic chase. But this one is far different than your standard chase, meaning it's probably going to be pretty high demand. So we also have chase variants of their upcoming Wheels set. So starting off with Metallic Bumblebee and Animated Soundwave. The Bumblebee is fascinating not only because it actually comes with the jet ski, but also because it's based more on his color scheme from Universe 2.0, the repaint of the classics Bumblebee. It's nice that you have the variation, though. That's there. The Bug Bite, based on the BotCon set, complete with the same tampagraphs down the side. Really, really cool to see. And a Sound Blaster variant of their Soundwave. So the metallics are the super chases. These are the standard chases. I like the Sound Blaster comes with the Keytar Rat Bat. It's not just like, they could have easily just repainted the guitar into like Buzzsaw. No, extra mile, new accessory mold. There you go. And they're finishing off with a metallic Astro Train as well. Yeah, it's a solid looking set. I'm not terribly into these myself. I prefer the robot mode kits, but yeah, not a bad set. Not a bad set that time. You need Optimus Prime watching over your yard on Halloween. So Target and Party City have shown off the official images for a 6-foot-tall inflatable Optimus Prime. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want one for the outside of my toy shop. I kind of want one for the outside of the toy shop. Okay, so I think this kind of thing is inevitable. So yeah, it's a big inflatable lawn ornament for Halloween, or, you know, whatever your needs are for a 6-foot-tall inflated Optimus Prime. I'm not questioning. And to finish us off, so we have LDCX Artverse, which is doing a Transformers blind box for their energy graffiti designs. I'm not terribly into the aesthetic for graffiti, but they actually do look like they've put some effort into these, coming up with the graffiti versions of the name logos, this little stocky proportions. Like, yeah, they actually did put some effort into this set. Like, not my thing, but not bad. It's just weird. Ultra Magnus with red hands is weird. I have people who will fight you over what color Ultra Magnus's thighs need to be, white or red. Never have I seen anyone go, his fists need to be red to look like he is boxing. I've never seen that. Bumblebee built like a Lego brick. Yep, Megatron. Megatron almost looks normal there. Devastator is a fun inclusion. Thundercracker's fascinating, because it's Thundercracker and not Starscream. I love that my boy Thundercracker is getting more attention and gets to be the forefront of the Seekers for a little bit. So, with all that said, that is your news roundup for the week, and somehow I have managed to stretch a very thin news week into a 20-minute rant on Transformers, as I am wont to do. So, that is all of your news for the week, and as always, I thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.